Hello everyone, welcome to the live streams of Global Trade Live. So today is 14th of June and we are now moving in New York session over here. So let's just get started and new start of the week. So I hope that this week will be making us good in trade, because I think let's just start analyzing the market here. Okay. So this is GBPJPY over here, and it looks like that weekly time frame, the previous 2 week candle has just closed weak bearish, and this week candle hasn't moved anywhere much. So we don't have much information available in the weekly. So if we just go to the daily time frame over here, then in the daily, yes, I can see some sort of rejection over here. This candle rejected this area. It just all right. So if I just talk about the daily time frame over here, then in the daily time frame, we have some rejections here and here and here from to this level over here. So the currently GBP JPY is kind of rejecting this area, and it might go up, it might go down, because right now cannot say anything, because the previous candles over here just close like weak candles. Previous candle closed like doji. To the current candle hasn't moved anywhere much, so don't have much information available in the daily time frame in GBP JPY. So if we talk about the 4 hour time frame over here, then in the 4 hours things starts to uh, getting simpler in the 4 hour and understandable in the 4 hour, because this support over here was coming through the left. The market rejected this area over here, making a fake out move. Now again the market is at the same area at this point. So just hold on. All right. Alright, so by looking at the 4 hour over here in GBPJPY, the confirmation and information we have is that we have the GBPJPY is rejecting this area over here, and earlier it made a fake out move at this point. This was a fake out move over here, and I think possible target can be this area, because it has, when it rejected this area over here, it went up to test this area and then made a further down move. So I think that in this case also it can go up and then go down. So this can be the case here with GBPJPY. And so let's see how the day will be starting, because as of now there is nothing GBPJPY has done, and there is, GBPJPY hasn't moved anywhere much. So yeah, let's see here in the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour looks like that it's kind of going down, but the trend is choppy. So we do have this channel. If we talk about the 1 hour, yeah, so by looking at this channel over here, I can say that if GJ is going down, then this should be the possible targets, right? So that's the idea in 1 hour. And let's see here in the 30 minutes. So 30 minutes, by looking at the 30 minutes, it looked like that market was this is kind of a retracement, and then when it after creating a resistance over here, the GBPJPY can possibly come down to test this area over here. So I will be waiting for a bearish candle to form. So I'll wait for a bearish candle to form at this point, and once the next candle break this low over here, then I think this should be the market scenario in few hours, if this is a retracement. And I think that yes, this is a retracement, I think, because the market was, market came down, rejected this area, went up, now rejecting this area, so there is a possibility that it might come down. But if we are thinking that GJ can come down from here, then let's see in the 4 hour, then that means that the 4 hour candle should be rejecting this area over here and reversing back to test this area here. So if we look at the left, and let's get some more information at this point. So the rejection point is around here for GJ. Let's just get this to this point over here. Yeah, I think this is the most valid point in GJ. So if you look at GBPJPY here, it can possibly, it has just tapped in this zone from the left, and I think it may reject this area and starts to go down. So I'll wait for a candle to print in my direction here, for a sell candle to print, and then I can take a sell trade to test this low over here, so which will be giving me around 15-16 pips of range. So let's just see here. Alright, so if I look at this through the left, then I see that there is huge rejections happen in this area earlier. So let's just draw some zones. Alright, so this is our rejection zone at this point, and yes, so if the market rejects this area, then the first target should be here and the second target should be this point. So I think it can possibly go to test this area over here. If the market rejects this area Hello Abhishek, how are you? So yeah, so this is the idea for cells, and I'm expecting a rejection and a sell candle forming here. And in case of buys, if we talk about the buys, then let's see that, let's just imagine for a second that GJ doesn't go down and it just went up, right? So where can we take our possible buys? So if we look here, then our possible buys can be above this area over here. This is the area above which we can take possible buys, 155.307. Yeah, this is around 62 pips, away from right now. And yeah, yeah, that's the issue over here, because right now GJ is kind of just doing choppy movements, and there is not surety that it may move up, because the trend, GJ, in the way GJ is moving, it's just moving in the downwards direction. So I think it may just reject the area, this area, and then it can reverse back to go down. Hello Nishal, how are you? Gold is just doing its thing. It just went all the way down from the level we spotted our trade, and I think that, let's just switch to 30 minutes over here, and let's see. Alright, so if we talk about the 30 minutes time frame in gold, then this is the area, this is the rejection area in the gold. And I think below, if gold closes below this area, then this should be the area it will be getting towards, because we have clean candles on the left. And if we just go back to the current price, so by looking at the current price, then if a candle closes below, I will be waiting for 30-minute candle to close below this area, because I don't think that 15-minute candle confirmation will be good for gold right now, because it's coming down from this point, so it can retrace back. So that's why I want a good confirmation candle here to execute a trade in gold. And if we talk about buys, then for buys we have plenty of opportunities in gold, like this one over here. So we can execute buys above this area, and above this area over here we do have much bigger range. Hello Brandon, good morning. So let's just wait for a candle to break and close, and then we can see if we can trade that. So let's just open this over here. Yeah, it's rejecting, so now it's time to draw some trend lines. Let's draw it. So if I just zoom out a little bit, then what do we have here? I think if I draw this trend line, then it's, yeah, this trend line, look here, this trend line over here is matching with this point over here exactly, and this point over here exactly. So we now have some picture clearing up, right? So if we just zoom in, then we do have this trend line over here. I think if I join these points together, then I will be getting this kind of thing over here. And if I join these 2 points together, then I have this thing over here. So look at this area. So this the candle which is rejecting the candle, 30-minute candle which is rejecting this area over here, is quite matching up with this area at this point. So if this candle closes bearish, we have 30 minutes left here. Let's see 15-minute candle over here. Look, 15-minute candle closed with a huge rejection wick, like it's just exhausted and it should just move down now. Hey, any trade running? No, not yet. I'm just waiting for a candle to print in my direction, and then I can execute a trade. So I'll be looking for sells in GJ, because you know this is kind of matching with our analysis here, and I'll wait for a candle to close bearish to execute a trade. So that's the idea here, and the best thing is that these areas are matching with our analysis. So let's go to the 5 minutes and see what do we have here in the 5 minutes. So okay, so if we draw this over here, then let's see what we have. Yeah, it's matching exactly with this point, and we need some sort of rejection, more rejection here to execute sells. So I think selling GJ will be a good idea, because it's quite matching with our trendline analysis and our support and resistance analysis over here. So I think selling will be a good idea for GBPJPY. I think GJ will be rejecting this area and will be starting to move down. So let's just switch back to the 30 minutes over here and see. Yeah, it's just going to tap that area. Let's just see gold. Gold is kind of, I don't know. Let's see. So in the gold, what do we have? What information do we have by looking at the gold? In GJ, we do have this information in the 4-hour. The previous 4-hour candle just closed, was a strong 4-hour candle, and it closed bearish all the way down. The current 4-hour candle rejected this area, now moving up, I think, to test this area over here. And we can see possible rejection here at this point, and then it can start to go down. But I think downward movement will be will be there in the next 4-hour candle possibly, because right now this candle is quite a bullish candle at this point. So yeah, and let's see here, what do we have in gold? So in gold is coming from this point over here, and if I just draw a line over here, a support over here, then we can see that this area was respected earlier, and right now it's breaking that area. Now this current 4-hour candle just broke below the previous 4-hour candle's low, and it's moving down. So what's the possible target for gold to move down? I think this will be the first target for gold. And if we just switch to the lower time frames, then what do we have? Yeah, by looking at the lower time frames, we do have something like this. So gold is moving down with heavy volume at this point, so we need some sort of retracement, and then we can execute sell trades in gold. So yeah, let's see here. Look, the gold is just dropping hard. So 8 minutes left here. So I think it will be better to wait for some sort of retracement in gold, and then we can take a sell trade in gold. This was the trade over here. At this point, this should be the trade. So yeah, let's just draw our sessions. Alright. So right now we are just waiting for GBPJPY to form some sort of good setup so that we can execute a trade. So look, all these candles over here closed below this trend line, and on Friday, yeah, let's talk about Friday. Friday, we took a trade over here, and we were expecting the price to move down, but the volume was not there, so it just kind of consolidated at that point. And but the best thing was, n- uh, no candle closed outside the trend line we had on GJ. So it just fall down. It lately fall down, but it did finally fall down. So we are now into pre-NY session right now. Look at this rejection. So see, that's why it's really important for wait for a to wait for a move up and move down. Retracement is really important. Really, really important. So this four candle is about to tap into that area. Let's see the 30 minutes over here. 15 minutes also. Yeah, I think GJ should just reject this area over here, and then it should start falling. If that happens, then we will be getting the trade for the day, because we will be having around 29 to 30 pips of range, and I think that will be a good early entry, because we will be having this clean range. Market came down, created a low, went up, retraced back a little bit, and then finally will fall. Because the way I'm seeing GBPJPY is moving from the past few days, it looks like that it's waiting some sort of news to break above this zones over here, all this area from the left. So maybe some news will be coming in, and it will be having this like this over here at this point, and to move up. So by looking at GBPJPY, I think that can be the case here. But let's see if whether GJ will be going down or up. Right now it's approaching the rejection area. Let's see how this candle will be closing. 4 minutes left here for this candle to close. Gold is retracing back a little bit. Yeah, gold needs some retracement. GBPJPY is entering this area over here. It can reject this area. But once it starts to move up, then we'll be looking for buys. But right now, as of now, it's in sells. Because the thing is, to take a buy trade, we need a support to be formed. And then we can execute a buy trade. We cannot take a buy trade right here. We need some sort of candle coming down, create a support, and then moving up. So we need something like this. and today is Monday also, so let's see. Oh, GJ is just trying to go up. Let's see in the 5 minutes. In the 5 minutes, I think we do have some sort of another trend line over here in the 5 minutes. You know, when you break down the time frames into smaller time frames, you got to see more opportunities and more symmetrical things in the smaller time frame sometimes. And if I take a trade in according to the 5 minute time frame, then what benefits do I have at that point? The benefits I'll be having is that firstly, my stop will be very small, and secondly, I'll be having early entry. So I'll be entering in the start of the candles, and that will be giving me advantage to manage my trade as well. So this is something here which I am looking for to break below. So I want a candle to close and break and close below this trend line in the 5 minutes, so that I can take a sell trade. But if this candle continues to go up and break this trend line above in the higher time frames like 30 minutes or 15 minutes, then I'll be looking for buys, for buy opportunity. Because right now, look at here, the trend is just moving down. It went down, went up, came down, test this trend line, now moving up. So if this test this trend line again, then there is a very high chance that it might reject this area and starts to move down. For that, I'll be ready, because I'll be having this trend line placed in between. So if the market rejects this area and came down below this trend line, then I know that that's the point I want to take the sell trade at. So let's just wait and see where it will be going. Gold closed like this over here, and it rejected earlier this area, so it might reject this area again. So let's see. Because it's always better to lose some opportunities, and it's not good to lose anything, right? It's better to let's just wait here, because this is Monday, and if you will rush on Monday to execute any trades, then you might just end up losing. So just wait for the right timings and right opportunity, and then execute a trade. Okay. Gold is really in a heavy downtrend at this point. It might reject this area and create some sort of consolidation, because to execute sells, I really want some consolidation to happen in gold, because I cannot take a sell trade like this. Because what if gold come down, break this low, and just starts to go up again? What will happen then? My stops will be big, and it rejected this area earlier, so it might just come down, close the, break the low over here, and then starts to move. Look, this is just rejecting this area. So we need some sort of consolidation or retracement to execute sell trades in gold. Because always remember, you will be having bigger stop losses in gold. So if you'll be losing in gold, then obviously it will be big losing moves. Okay. you know, the way it's moving right now. Let's see here. Okay, so the 30-minute candle has just closed. 30-minute candle just closed above this zone. Okay, so the thing is, if this 30-minute candle closes back below here, then that means that this will be a fake out move, right? And this candle is, you know, matching with up this area over here. So it rejected this area earlier, it can reject this area now, and if this candle closes back in the range below, then that means this will be a fake out, and we can execute a sell trade on the next candle when next candle breaking the low of this candle over here. So we need to wait for 30 more minutes here to see where it will be going and what kind of, you know, scenario it will be forming for us. So let's just wait here. Alright, so Abhishek has just sent me a graph over here. Let's check. Finally somebody just sent me a chart over here. Okay, let's see. So this is GBPJPY 1 hour graph. Okay, so you took a buy trade at this point over here when this candle broke the high over here, and you were anticipating for the price to move up to this level from the left. Okay, so let's see here. Look, if you took that trade according to the 1 hour, then it's kind of tricky, and you took this trade around 154.604, which is okay. You took this trade here. See, the thing is, if you look at the smaller time frames, and if you just took your trade around this point over here, right? So you didn't saw these rejections over here, right? So, and if you saw these rejections here, then you know that if you're taking a trade here and you just don't have a range, basically you took a trade where the market is rejecting earlier, and there was a possibility that previous candle rejected this area in the 15 minutes, so this candle might reject and come down. So yeah, there was volume in the market, that's why it just went all the way up. Otherwise there was a very high chance that it should reject this area and come down. There was a very high chance for that. So just always make sure that, let me just see that again over here. So always make sure that if it's going up, then if you want to take a buy trade, you should wait for a support to be formed and then execute a buy trade when the support will be forming here, because you know this move here could be a retracement and then it could have just came down all the way. So just make sure that to take a buy trade, you always wait for a support to be formed and then take a buy trade, and to take a sell trade, always wait for a resistance to be formed and then take a sell trade, because we don't know that it's going down and it can just, you know, reject this area over here. It may just go all the way down, or if there is some news, it may go all the way up. So just make sure you don't take any trades when it's near a support zone or a resistance zone. Always take a trade from starting of the zone and in the direction of the trend. And to take a counter trend trade, let's just wait for a confirmation like a support or resistance to be formed. Alright, so the current 4-hour candle has just rejected this area at this point, tapped into this area, and now I think we may have some consolidation moves happening here, and finally it will be coming down. If not, then it should just close above this area, and then the next candle should rejecting that area and go up to this level. So we now we know that if GJ is going down, then this will be the level of that thing, and if it's going up, then it can go up to this level, then this level. So let's just wait here. Look, gold is rejecting this area here. It might create some sort of resistance and then it may go down. But the thing is, if the gold will form a resistance over here, then only I'll be taking a trade. And if this just forms a resistance over here, the next candle close bearish, then I will not be having any range to trade, right? The range will be very less. So then I will be waiting for a candle to close at the support or below the support to execute sell trades. So now we have 19 minutes left here, and we have 4 minutes left for the current 15 minutes candle in GBPJPY to close. Okay, so by looking at this GJ over here, the previous 30-minute candle closed above these trend lines, and we saw that earlier that whenever GBPJPY tapped into this trend line, it rejected. So if it's closing above and this candle is closing bearish, then maybe the next candle starts to go up. So let's see if we can spot that trade. Let's just see and wait and see what will be happening. Because if you look at the left also, candles came to this area and rejected and came down all the way down. So it depends on this 30-minute candle where it will be closing. Because if it's closing up, then this can be the potential target, and then it can move down. It's still in the channel. It's still in the channel. And I think to go up, the next candle should be closing bullish. if GJ wants to go up, then because if we are expecting the next candle to be closing bullish, then that means that this current 30-minute candle will be closing bullish, and if that happens, then uh, we have to wait for more for a few more minutes to understand what kind of scenario it's making. But the thing is, if this candle closes bearish under this area or here, and the next candle closes back in the range, then that will be confirming the sell signals for us. Let's just draw this channel here. Just adopt some habit of drawing channels and everything, which can help you to trade. Yeah, this candle closed above outside the channel, this candle closed inside the channel, this candle rejected that area, resistance just formed, rejection happened, candle breaking the low. Alright, so let's see how these candles will be moving. 15-minute candle closed here, 15-minute candle closed bearish. Okay, so now if GJ wants to go up, then this candle, the current 15-minute candle, should be closing bullish, because if it closes bullish, then that means it has created a support and now it can go move up. So let's just wait here. Look, this candle just created a liquidity wick. Let's see the 5-minute time frame here. Yeah, 5-minute time frame, this candle is creating a liquidity wick, but still it's in the channel, so cannot take any trade. We need a candle to be closing below this zone to execute our trades, because right now 30-minute candle is still above the zone. So if this 30-minute candle will be closing above the zone, then we need a confirming candle for us to close below this zone, and then we can execute sell trades. So I am expecting this candle to closing below the zone to create this thing as a fake out move, and then we will be having our confirmations to execute sells. So I'll just wait for this candle to close below this zone over here so that I can take a sell. Gold is stuck here. Let's see in the smaller time frames. Yeah, nothing much here. Okay, so finally this is doing what we want it to do. 15-minute candle coming down, but the thing is it may just reject this area, so really need to wait for this candle to close. Okay, so this 5-minute candle just closed below the zone over here. Now let's see how other candles will be closing. So the thing is, look at uh, this thing over here. Right now, in 5 minutes, we are in a channel, right? So we know that below this channel, there is high chance that we go down, right? So if we look at the higher time frames in the 1 hour, we can see that okay, we are in the channel and which is going down. So, and this is a rejection here, then we have a chance to go down, right? So if we look at the 4 hour, we know that alright, we have around 1 hour 40 minutes left here for this 4 hour candle to close, and it's kind of rejected this area, now coming down. So there is a chance that we might reject this area and come all the way down. And if you look at the 30 minutes over here, in 30 minutes we see that we have this zone over here, and if the 30-minute candle closes below this area, then we will be having our fake out and our clean range here, so we can take a sell. So look, you should know how to break down the time frames to take the full benefit of the time frames. You should know how to break down the time frames. Just take everything which can help you in making accurate decisions, which can help you a lot. Hey guys, I want to show you something here. You will be the first person to see this thing over here. Let's just get started here. So the website is almost complete, and the best part is few things just have had to be done on the website. So now we have our live support system over here, so you can, if anybody wants to ask some questions, consultancy or anything else, they can just chat us live. And we have very interesting thing over here. So we have member login thing over here. We created a whole dashboard for the course system. Let's just go back first, and so in the course section over here, yeah, in the course section over here, this is the course, and we have, the best thing is, for our international clients and for domestic clients, we do have payment gateways over here. They can pay via PayPal, or we have credit and debit card integration over here, so you can pay with anything over here. So both the options are available, and there is a dashboard for the members. So the members can register for free also, and for the course also. So they can just, let me just give some login here. So when the user will be logging in, then this will be his or her dashboard, and in the my courses and subscription options, they will be having all their information here on the home, and in the subscription sections over here they will be having, this account, this is a test account, and this account is not having any subscriptions here. So this will be telling the person that you don't have any subscription. So if a client just tries to, try to access the course over here. Hello PS Core, thank you so much. I hope you are enjoying learning from the website directly, because we have integrated the whole course system on the website. So this is the course over here. So if a client just clicks on the course, then this will be the course over here. Everything is here. So let's just see here. This is the first lesson of the section 1. So here, this is the course. So he can just learn from this is the course over here. Everything is there, and these are the other lessons. So supposingly, if this client is not having any subscriptions yet, right? So if he clicks on the chapter 2, lesson 2 over here, then he will be see this warning message. So he need to buy the course. So that's the safety also. And supposingly, if the lesson 1 is complete, he completes his lesson 1 and he just clicks on complete and continue over here, then you will see this, you have just completed 6% here. So this is the course integration on the website, and everything is working just perfectly fine. So we have all the support system active, we have Skype chat active, everything is active here. So plus the client will be having, his privacy of doing the course with ease and with best quality available. So what I am planning to do further is that there will be some section for the free indicators and free expert advisors, which will be provided by us, and they will be free for everybody, and you can just go and download from the appropriate section of the website. And yeah, and there will be a section also for copy trading and everything else. So in few days or maybe few weeks, all these things will be working directly to the website, and people will be, people will be able to learn copy trade and buy indicators, EAs, download free indicators, free EAs. Everything will be here. So this is how we are planning to go ahead. So I just wanted to share this with everybody here online with me, with the guys who come every day to watch my streams and to trade with me daily. So I just wanted to share this thing with you guys. We just want to provide excellent experience to our clients. Bilay Ahmed Mohammed, hello, how are you? So he's saying, can you make some of your courses section free for everyone so we can preview your course content? Yeah, there will be some sections which will be free. First, I'll just think about it and I'll see what sections I can provide everybody for free. So people will see what value you're providing. That's good. Yeah, that's why I do live trading also, because here people can have an idea what information they will be getting on the course and everything else. Because everything I do here is also there, and few things are there which is more elaborated and which are more explained in the course, because obviously the people who are doing the course should be having more knowledge. But yeah, I'll do this. I'll do just this suggestion. I'll work on this and I'll provide few free lessons in the course so that people can just go and see those lessons. So the previous 30-minute candle just closed like this over here with the rejection wick. If you look at the 15-minute candle just closed bullish over here, so which means that a support has been formed at this point. And why there is no data? Guys, anybody of you know better software than OBS for live streaming? Because this software is, I don't think that it's a good software. Alright, so this candle just closed bullish, this candle closed bearish, a support has been formed in the 15 minutes. And what if this current candle breaks above the high of the previous 15-minute candle? So I think there is a chance that it might go up here and then finally to this level. But let's see in the 5 minutes. 5 minutes is kind of 5 minutes is kind of, you know, creating a lower low and lower highs. So we need some confirmations here in the 5 minutes to execute the trades. Guys, are you facing any issues in watching the stream? If yes, then please tell me. Okay, Nishal just sent a plan for GJ. Let's see. All right. Okay. So rejection, 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 rejection over here. So you are waiting for a candle, I think, to break and close below this area here, and then you can execute a sell trade to go down. So yeah, this is something I am also waiting for to happen. So look, this area rejected earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier, right? So this is a really strong area at this point, right? So just wait for a candle to close below this area and then take a sell trade to go down. So this is a good idea over here. Yes, this is the exact same thing I'm also looking for. So nice one. And look, the 5-minute candle also starts to, come out of this zone. Let's see. Alright, so look at this over here. 15-minute candle is about to break this candle's low over here, and if we go to the 5 minutes, then I think we have our trade here. 30 minutes candle coming down, 19 minutes left. 15-minute candle, this candle closed like this. This candle is about to break the low, but this candle is having 4 minutes left here, and if this candle breaks this low, then there's a chance that it might come down, starts to come down. And okay, what do I do here? This candle closed like this. This candle is about to break the low. If that happens, then there is a chance that it will be going down. So if I look at these time frames, then it looks like that it should be going down. Yeah, I think the thing is, if this candle breaks the low of the previous candle, then I'll take a sell trade. Yeah, if this 15-minute candle breaks this low over here, then I'm gonna take a sell trade. I will keep my stop loss above here around 9-10 pips. So I'll just wait for a break below of this candle, because if I look at the 30 minutes over here, then 30 minutes looks like it should break the low and continue moving down. So but if I look at the 4-hour, let's look at the 4-hour also, because 4-hour is really important. 4-hour is having 1 hour 20 minutes left here to close. So if I'm anticipating that the price will be moving down, then that means that I'm anticipating that this 4-hour candle will be creating this a wick all the way up, and this whole big candle to the bullish will be coming up and turning out to be a bearish candle. So what are the chances of doing that? The chances of doing that is low, because earlier none of the candles has just did this thing. So what should we do here? We have around 3 minutes left. So what I'll do is I'll wait for 3 more minutes, and I'll wait for this 15-minute candle to close, and if this candle closes below this area somewhere around here, okay, now it's rejecting. Yeah, that's why it was really important to break below this low or close below this area. So we'll be waiting for 3 more minutes here. So that's why this was really important here. Okay, let's see if there is some symmetry happening. Okay, this is the symmetry over here. Then it came all the way down. Yeah, I think it may just go down because right now there's nothing really. 15-minute candle is about to close in 1 minute. Gold is still rejecting this area, trying to go up. I'll be just back in 1 minute, guys. Okay, so this candle closed bullish over here. Let's see the 30-minute candle. 30-minute candle is trying to go up, but the thing is, let's go here again. But the thing is that this candle, this is a extremely rejection area over here, and the 4-hour candle can just simply reject this area, and it may just start to consolidate, maybe for sorry, maybe for 1 more minute, or 1 more minute, no, maybe for 1 more hour here. This candle can just consolidate. Because the thing is, if If GBP JPY will be going down, then obviously this candle has to close right here, and to close right here and to come down in the next candle, it has to just make some consolidation moves at this point, and then finally it should be, coming down. So let's just wait for the right timings and right opportunity. So what if we take this trade at this point, when this candle break the high, keeping our stops below the current candle, this trade, and we have this candle 11 pips, 12 pips. Let's see. That means this will be going to this level. There is no range actually, so I'll just wait for the correct opportunity to happen, and then because look, GBP JPY at this point starts to consolidate already. It has already started to consolidate, and because this candle has to close right here, around right here, because if we look at the left over here, then look at these candles. Went up, rejected, closed here, closed here, closed here, closed here, again. So next candle can be a rejection candle and can be a down candle, but this candle should be closing somewhere around here. But if that doesn't happen, and if this with volume it starts to go up, then that's a different story. But as of now we are in a sell trend in GJ. So let's see some other graphs as well. Let's see Euro JPY. Weekly. Weekly candle is kind of rejecting this area from the left, and this is the possible area which can be tapped by Euro JPY. Let's see in the smaller time frames. So first of all, let's see where are we coming from. So we are coming from right here, and if we look at the left, this area is respected earlier, and let's see now where have we come to, what's the area. So this can be the area, right? So now the candles are moving above this area, and if we look here, this is the area. So if Euro JPY closes above this area over here, then it can possibly go up to this area, and if this rejects this area and starts to go down, which is a lesser chance here, then it can just go down. So let's see. Plus also there is clean range to the upside. Plus the market is also making some sort of support at this point. 7 more minutes left here for the 30-minute candle to close in GBPJPY, and after that there will be 1 more hour left here. So let's see the 1 hour candles. The current 1 hour candle looks like rejected this area, went up, but look at this here. GJ was tapped it into this area 2 times, and when it tapped again at this point, it did not reach to exact this level. It was far away from this level and it went down. Now this was the second area. GJ just tapped into that area and now it's leaving this area behind, so it just went down again. So now this is the area. So right now it's at the same area and it's kind of consolidating here, so it may reject this area and starts to go down. So by doing this, it will be managing to manage its momentum and direction to go down. But if it starts to break above this and starts to create higher highs and higher lows and supports, then it will be moving up. So right now we don't know. Let's see if there is some news today, or let's see what are the news is for this week. Okay, in 1 hour it's showing that there is a speech in GBP which is high impact speech. So maybe that's why GJ is just doing these things over here. And let's see here. Tomorrow is a high news also there in GBP, but we don't trade at this time, so not a problem. So maybe this will be the news which will be giving the market this move over here. So we will be having this move at this point. Maybe that will be the news, so we don't know. Again, there is some news over here. USD news is there, retail sales. Yeah. Oh man, this whole week is filled with GBP news. Whole week is filled with GBP news. So I think coming days will be more volatile days. Okay, so in GBPJPY now 3 more minutes left. So after 3 more minutes we will be having a clarity in GBPJPY. Alright, so it looks like that it's about to break the high. but the thing is only 2 minutes left here, so we cannot take any decisions at this point. This candle is moving up. So if we look at the 1 hour, then 1 hour candle is having a huge rejection wick, and if the next 1 hour candle breaks the high, then there is a chance that it might go up. Let's see after 2 minutes where this candle will be closing, because only after that we can get some clarity, because right now it's just moving here like this. Okay, Euro JPY is going up, and in Euro JPY I see some symmetry over here. Let's see. I think Euro JPY will be completing this mirror move to this point over here. So maybe we will be witnessing this move, 36 pip move. Gold is coming down, but it's going nowhere right now, it's just rejecting. GJ is going up 50 seconds here. So what if the next candle breaks the high? Can we take a buy? I think yes, we will be able to execute buys, and we might have some. Okay, it just broke the high. Now I don't know. If this candle closes with no wick on the top, then I don't know. We cannot take a buy or a sell trade. So all depends on this candle. So in the next candle, if the next candle wants to go up, then I want something like a wick down and break the high. But looks like this candle is breaking the high in the first few seconds, which I don't think is a good sign over here. I want a candle to wick down and then wick up. So let's see here, what do we have in the... Oh, it's going up. Nah, I don't want to trade this thing over here, because the thing is, doesn't matter how many candles like these candles over here just try to go up and break this trend line, but all these candles failed to do that. So if I look in the history, then this trend line has not been broken yet. But if a candle breaks this trend line and closes above this trend line, then that will be a different case. So if that will be the case, then I can execute buys on the basis of that information. But right now I cannot execute any trade here, because in the first few seconds it just broke the previous candle's high, and I wanted a wick to be formed below, and then it should break the high, or it should break the high in after a few minutes without wick on the bottom. So that will be a more good and accurate idea, because right now it will be showing us that okay, I'm going up, but the thing is, at the last movement it will be rejecting this area and coming all the way down. So that case is having more probability than going all the way up, because right now it will be just it will try to trap the buyers and go down. Okay, gold moving down. Well, this could be a good trade in gold, but we missed that trade. Yeah, that's a pretty nice trade here in gold with a small stop and good profits. So if we take a trade here, then stops will be high. Let's see the 5 minutes. 5 minute candle. Yeah, in the 5 minute stops will be high. 1 minute is retracing. So if it wants to go down, then it has to create some sort of resistance in the 1 minute. And if this candle, if gold creates a resistance in 1 minute, then that means that we can execute trades in the 1 minute. So now we are again in the 1 minute here. So let's see what do we have here. So most likely it will be going to maybe test this area here, and or this area over here. So it will be creating some sort of resistance, and then it should be moving all the way down. And if we draw this line over here, then yeah, this makes more sense. So I want another candle to be go up in gold, to at least to tap into this area. And if that happens, then that means in those bigger time frames, like 30 minutes, this candle will be moving up. And when the 1 minute and when in the 1 minute candles, there will be a retracement, and then it should be going down. Then that means in the 30 minutes over here, this current 30-minute candle will be filling its own wick. And then when it's filling its own wick, then there is a chance that it will be moving down, because the momentum is there in gold. So I'll just wait for a candle to tap into this area, because that will be the most possible trading area. Because right now even this candle closed bearish, this candle broke the low, but I really cannot take trade according to this. Let's see the 3 minutes here. 3 minutes, yeah, it needs to retrace back a little bit. I'll wait. GJ is rejecting this area as I thought. Gold is really having some serious momentum today. Okay, 1 minute candle closed bearish. If I take a trade here, and stops will be around 5 pips, and it can, I think, drop further. Oh, I think gold doesn't want us to take a trade in. But still there is a room for a retracement here. Okay, so GBPJPY is in a rejection zone now. So now anything can happen here. If it can go up and close above this area, then it might just move up in the next candle. And if it just rejects this area and come back down and closes below, then the next candle might reject the area and go down. Look at this gold over here. So let's see the 3 minutes. I think in the 3 minutes we can expect some retracement in the 3 minutes. But because it has to go up to continue moving down. If it just moves straight down, then we cannot really do anything. Alright. So 30-minute candle in GBPJPY is rejecting this area, and right now we are in New York Open high volume time. So right now there is really nothing in GBPJPY. So again gold is retracing back. Let's see, 3 minutes. Yeah, 3 minutes should be retracing back and then fall down. Look here in GBPJPY, people will be trading buys over here, but the best thing will be they should wait for a candle to close above this trend line and then execute the trade, because anything can happen here. It can just reject here and go all the way down and closes bearish, or anything can happen here. So the current 4-hour candle didn't broke the low, respected the low going up, and kind of maybe create some sort of high over here and then move down. Look, Euro JPY just rejected this area over here. So this is a zone and we should wait for a close above this zone 132.989 to execute buys in Euro JPY. So let's look at the 15 minutes graph. So even the 15-minute, so even though the any none of these 15 minutes candle has managed to close above this trend line, and we have 2 minutes left here in this candle. So if this candle closes above this trend line, then this means that this candle has done something different which the old candles were failed to do. So you know, if this candle closes outside this trend line, then that means that there is a chance then that maybe GBPJPY is now planning for the upward move. So then we will be waiting for the correct timing and opportunity to execute buys in GBPJPY. But if this candle closes back in the trend line after the 1 or 2 minutes left, then that means that it's still respecting the trend line as it respected earlier, and whenever it respected this trend line over here, it always falls down. So here we can wait for confirming moves, and then we can just take a sell trade for the market to fall down. Because if we take a trade right here, right, if we manage to take an early entry, then look at this thing over here, look at your targets over here. It will be around 40-50 pips over here, because we know that if it starts to go down, then this will the point here, because it's in a channel right now. So that's a good thing, and right now it's highly rejecting this area, heavily rejecting this area. So I'll just wait for a candle to print into my direction to take a sell. So gold 3 minute is retracing back, and 15 minutes left here, so that means 15-minute candle is closing like this. So maybe the next 15-minute candle will create a upper wick, which will be a support forming here in 1 minute, and it should be going up and then should be coming down. So let's just wait and see how this will be happening here. Okay, so 15-minute candle just closed bullish. And now I'm expecting a candle to again reject this area and close bearish. That means if a candle closes bearish, then the current 15-minute candle should be coming all the way down, creating this rejection wick, and should be closing a weak bearish or something like that. Look how beautifully these candles just respected this channel over here. Oh, gold is just not stopping. So we missed beautiful trades like here at this point, and I think. Yeah, only these two here. This was not a trade because expecting some retracement. So GBPJPY is struggling here. Whenever the market rejected this area, it went up, rejection went up, rejection went up, again rejection, it went up. So yeah, really important. This trend line over here is really important, because if it doesn't respect this trend line and closes outside, then there's a chance that it might start to go up. So let's wait for 10 more minutes here. Oh, gold is just dropping straight to this level over here. It went down almost 40 pips from this level. So now 8 minutes left here for GBPJPY to close. Gold finally it's moving up, but the thing is it has already came far away from the trade level. So I think if we draw this line over here, yeah, this makes sense. Okay, long rejection in the 30 minutes. 1 hour is just moving up insane. It can possibly, maybe it will be tapping this area. So 9 minutes, 9 seconds left for this candle to close, and 5 minutes left here for GBPJPY 15-minute candle to close. GJ is having 3 minutes left here for this candle to close and 30-minute candle to close, and it looks like that it might close above the trend line. So let's get ready here. GBPJPY has just crossed above that zone with all above these wicks over here, and I think with volume it can tap, it can go up to 20 to 23 pips, but really need to wait for this candle over here to close and then we can see if we can execute a trade here. Let's see the smaller time frames. So 20 seconds remaining. Next 30-minute candle will be starting here in 20 seconds. So if we look at the 30-minute candle, then looks like the next it just broke the high over here, but it broke the high in first few seconds. We need to wait. I'll just wait here. Because I am expecting some sort of retracement in the 15 minutes on the trend line and then move up. Okay, so the current 4-hour candle just crosses above the previous 4-hour candle's high, and chances of going up has been increased. Yeah, now the chances of going up is increased. So by looking at this area over here, what do we have? Let's see. So if GBPJPY closes above this area, then with volume I think it may go up to this area over here. GJ is closing in 40 minutes over here, 20 minutes over here. The 4-hour candle will be closing here in 20 minutes. And if I look at the 1-hour candle over here in 30 minutes, then I think that it should be retracing back a little bit, creating a support, and then it should be continue moving up. It created a support here, candle closed bullish, and the next candle was a trading candle over here. But the problem was this trend line, and it was approaching that trend line. So, and right now it's kind of struggling here because it rejected this area earlier, so it might reject this area now. So yeah, so let's see how this will be going. Euro JPY is trying to go up. All right. look at the gold here, it just dropped to this level finally. Yeah, that was the trade. 80 pips drop. But we are still stuck with GBPJPY. It's having 12 more minutes here to close. Okay, so the previous 15-minute candle here closed bullish. So I want some sort of support forming to execute a buy trade. If I have executed a buy trade here, then I would have just closed it in 18, 19 pips. But the thing is, you just need to look everything. What if I executed a trade here, and when I calculate this range, then this range was only 8.5 pips, so there was no use. Plus there was this trend line coming, and if I try to buy above this range over here, then again there was no range here, only 10 pips. So the problem was there was no range, plus the trend line was there, which respected earlier so many times, so which cannot be ignored. So now we want a support to be formed, and then when a buy candle prints in our side, then at that point I can take a buy trade. I think that will be a good trade. Okay, let's see here. Nishal took a paper trade. Let's just see here. So this is gold 1 minute graph over here. 1 minute. It's okay. Yeah. So you took the trade at this point when this candle created a resistance. Okay. So there was this area of support. Candle closed at support. This candle rejected this area, closed bullish. You took a sell trade at this point. You kept your stop loss above this wick. Yeah, makes sense. This is a nice trade over here. But the thing is, you should just, you could have just waited for a candle to print in your direction, and then you can execute this trade over here. Because right now at this point you took the trade, it could have just gone up because the previous candle closed bullish. So there was no confirmations here to execute sells, because previous candle was bullish and previous candle had this long rejection wick. So I think this was an early entry, but totally it followed the momentum here and here, and it finally fell down to this point, at this point. So you took good benefit of the volume and you just traded with the trend. So yeah, that's a good idea over here. Oh, gold is just not stopping. Gold is again, it's trying to go down now. What do we have on the left? Let's see. Okay, so this is the point here. It can go further to this level. But the thing is, it dropping from this point over here. So this was our trade here. We cannot take a trade right here. Let's wait for some uh, retracement and then it should be falling. Why this move in gold today? I think in the midnight today there is some news regarding USA. I think FOMC minutes is there. Let's see. Let's see what do we have here. Today no, there is no news. I really don't know why this move is happening here. Let's see. By looking at the candles, I can tell you why. Look, this candle over here, this was a Friday candle, right? So this candle was a Friday. 14, 14, 14. There was some candle. Alright, anyways, we have this support over here which was coming from the left, and this candle over here closed bullish. This candle over here break this low over here and came all the way down. So when it came all the way down, so if we look at the next stop, then this was the next stop. And if you look on the left over here, you have clean moves here, clean moves here. Every time market fall down to this zone, fall below this zone, it has a clean move down, and again it has a clean move down to this level over here. And this candle closed like this, and when this candle is having a range to cover up, so this candle just came all the way down with volume, and it's coming straight to its next stop over here, which is from the left. It's simply this. So the market is following the history, and it's in momentum right now because it has to follow the history and it has to repeat itself also. So that's why this is the move coming in the market right now. Look how beautifully the market respects these levels over here. So it can reject this level and then continue moving down. Damn, gold. So GBPJPY right here is also rejecting this area, and see, that's why it's really important sometimes to trade in the range, because right now look at this candle, it just rejected that area. Four minutes left for GJ candle to close, and it looks like that it will be closing above this area, but this is a huge rejection over here. So there's also a chance that this candle might come all the way down and close back in the trend line, which means that 30-minute 15-minute candle will be coming all the way down and close below this zone over here. So if this happens, then that means we can execute our trade. There is 90% of the waiting in trading, and you only get chances 20% of the times. Yeah, I think big move is coming in GBPJPY. Because it looks like that it's just retracing here in the weekly, and it has to go to this point over here. Alright, so 15-minute candle is trying to go up, and I think if it breaks the high here, then it can move up. So I'll take a buy trade at that point. If that breaks the high, oh, it just broke the high. I have just took a buy trade at this point. This is a risky trade, guys, so just make sure that you use proper stop loss, because we have consolidation on the left here. So I'm trusting the volume for this trade, and I'm wholly and solely just trusting the volume, so that, and I'm thinking that this is kind of support forming at this point, and market will be continue moving up. So let's see how this trade will be going, because this candle just broke the high, and first it went down and now it broke the high over here. So because if it once it starts to go up, then this should be the point. So at least 15 pips can be achieved in this trade. Okay, it's moving up now. It's about to break the highs over here. So once these highs are broken, then it will be going up to this level. Why this FOMO base? What? This trade over here? Let's see, 30 minutes over here. 30 minute just went up and it's about to break this high over here, and I'm really anticipating that the volume will be pushing the price up to this level, because the market is now, I think, completing this move to this move over here. So there should be candles, big candles over here, which can fill this move to this move. So volume is there, and let's see how this trade goes. PS Gore, can you please elaborate what you are trying to say or ask me so that I can understand why I took this trade, or anything else you're asking? So let me explain this to everyone, that why I took this trade over here. So firstly, we were moving below this trend line over here in this channel, right? And it went up. So I was waiting for a retracement down and to create a support. This candle broke the high over here and high over here. So that at that point, the way it was moving up, by first going down, creating a lower wick, it was moving up. So I thought that that will be a good idea if I execute an impulse trade at here at this point, anticipating for the market to move all the way up. So that was the whole idea, and I was trusting the volume, because look at this move. Sorry, let me just delete all these, because look at this move over here, the way it's moving up. It's just retracing back little much, and then it starts to go up again. So by looking at this move and volume and the market structure over here, I think that was a great idea to execute buys at this point. And if this works, then it's good, and if it doesn't work, then I'm ready. Oh, I just forgot to give my stop loss. So yeah, here you go. My stop loss is here, and I'm anticipating for the price to move all the way up. But this is a very, very important area. So let's see here. It went up in 4 pips of profit right now. So this was, yeah, 4.3 pips. So with volume, it can just push up and test this area finally. Only volume based trade this. No, not only volume based. I just explained this trade was a combination of volume, market structure, support forming. Look, this support formed above this trend line over here, which was the confirmation for me, because I was just waiting for a breakout of this trend line, and whenever the market breaks out from a trend line, it always retest and create a support to move up. So that's what I was waiting for, and it just happened. And when it broke the high, that was a good idea to execute a trade, because whenever there is some consolidation on the left and the market is in volume, market always passes those consolidation levels with speed and with big candles. So, and I know now that this is my what do we say, target area over here, because I'm looking at this move happened in the past. So that's the whole idea behind this trade over here. So I'm also looking at the time here, that we have 6 minutes left here for the market to close, and I think 1 hour candle is also running fresh. Yeah, 1 hour candle is also going up above these levels, and it just respected the previous candle's low, break the previous candle's high, break these highs over here. Volume is there, so yes. But the thing is, I really want this candle to move further up a little bit, because I want this candle to close above this area to be sure that this will be going up. So I just want this thing to happen. 5 minutes left here, and let's drop to 5 minutes to manage the trade maybe. So yeah, 5-minute candle, previous 5-minute candle closed at the resistance, and this 5-minute candle is breaking above. Now with volume, we can anticipate that this 5-minute candle can move further up. And if we draw some trend lines over here, then yeah, we have still plenty of rooms to the upside. So this candle can go straight up. Yeah, because this candle has to touch the upper trend line, and then it may come further down to test this low over here. So yeah, I'm anticipating this thing over here, but let's see how this idea works. Okay, so this candle just closed, small body candle. It's rejecting the area here. Now broke the previous candle's low, coming to the entry point. 15-minute candle rejection. Alright, I'll wait for 4 more minutes here for this 15-minute candle to close, and after that I'll decide whether to stay in this trade or close this trade. I'll wait for 4 more minutes. Yeah, that's true. Trend base also, because the trend, when the market just break out of this trend line, the trend just got changed. Let's see the 4 hour, because the 4 hour candle just started. Okay, so 4 hour candle just broke the high of the previous 4 hour. It's kind of rejecting this area. Alright, we have a support here from the left, which is a good sign, and the market is now moving above this support level. So yeah, I think the analysis is correct, stop loss is correct, it's just the volume we can trust on. And if there is a volume, if there is volume, then it can just shoots up to our target price. So we'll wait for 2 more minutes here, because in the last 2 minutes it can make it move. Yeah, this is the exact level over here. So if it stays above 154.931, okay, now it continues moving up. Yes. So right now 4 pips of profit. It should stay above 154.931. So if it closes above 154.956, then I'm gonna shift my stop loss a little bit above to minimize the risk, because now at that point I won't be anticipating for the price to move down. And as it's moving up, 7.3 pips of profit right now. Look at this trade over here. It just tapped into that trend line which I was expecting it to. Okay, no, it still have some room left. So yeah, it can still move up. $20 remaining for this candle to close. And once it taps into this trend line, at that point I'm gonna close the trade, because I'm expecting a pullback from the trend line, and I think when it will be tapping that trend line, at that point we will be into 12-13 pips of profit. So 15-minute candle is closed above this zone over here. Now I'm taking my stops. Oops. I'm taking my stops above around 5 pips, because now I'm not anticipating for the price to come down, and I want and now I'm anticipating the price to respect this low over here and continue moving up. So the thing is, now if I talk about the risk management perspective, then if the 15-minute current candle comes to my entry point, then I'm closing half of the trade to minimize my risk. So right now I'm in 6 pips of profit running. So once this 15-minute candle breaks this high, it's moving up. But if it doesn't break that high and respect that high and comes down to my entry point, then I'm ready for that, and I'll be closing half. Because look, the thing is, these two levels I marked, this one and this one, really important levels and really high rejection levels. So if the price doesn't want to go down, then it has to respect this level or this level. But if it starts to close below this level, then at that point I think I'll be closing full position, because then I can expect the price to move further down. So I'm ready for each and every scenario which can happen in the market. I think 5-minute is retracing here, that's why it just kind of consolidating right now. Yeah, 5-minute is doing some sort of retracement and it can go up. So if in the 5-minute time frame, if it creates a support, then I think 5-minute time frame can move up to our level. Let's see here in the bigger time frames. 30-minute looks good, 1 hour looks good, 4 hour also looks good. But the thing is, 4 hour candle just broke these highs in the first few minutes, and I can keep that in my mind also, that it may kind of reject the areas and starts to come down. So that's why look at this rejection happening at this point. So we still have 11 minutes left. Okay, 5-minute candle is coming down. It should respect the previous candle's low over here to continue moving up. If that doesn't happen, then I'm closing half, maybe more than half. I think I'll be closing full position at that point. I have closed half position right now, and I'll be closing another half if this 5-minute candle breaks the previous 5-minute candle's low. Okay, so the 5-minute candle just closed with no wick. Now we are in a very delicate situation right now. So if this 5-minute candle break its own low, then I'm gonna close another half at that point, and I'm gonna close full position once it breaks below somewhere around previous to previous candle's low over this candle over here. So by this I'll be able to manage my risk really well. When will you close half? I just closed half when this candle came down to this point over here. What is magic key and how it's profitable for traders? Magic key is not a trading strategy, it's a trading tool basically. So basically it's a trading pad from which we can take a trade directly and close the trade directly. So soon in a week I'll be launching my own magic keys. So I'm right now working on that also. Okay, so look at this candle over here, 5-minute candle. This candle is moving all the way up. So now if this candle starts to go down, all the way down, when this, if this candle comes below 154.931, at that point I'm gonna close everything, because the thing is, and at that point it will be just, you know, rejecting this whole area and coming down. But right now it's moving up and it's good. It's good. It's good. I just closed half. And now here's the thing: if this current candle breaks the high, breaks this high over here, I'm gonna put my risk back. Yeah, that will be a good idea, because with volume it can go up. So I'm gonna put my risk back. Right now I'm in 6 pips of profit, and I think at this point 154.072. Let me just give my TP. 155.072. Alright, so let's go to the 5 minutes again and see. This candle broke this high, but didn't broke this high over here, but it broke this high over here, right? It came down first, created a low, went all the way up, broke this high, and now it's rejecting. Maybe it will be filling its own wick in the last few seconds, and the next candle will be breaking this high to go up, because right now look, it's creating supports here, support, every time it creating a support, it's moving up, support, moving up. Now it's again creating support, it can move up again. So probability is high, and I'll be adding my positions back for 6 pips. Finally, today is the day I did the stream for the maximum time. Today it's around almost 3 hours. And really, I appreciate you guys also, that you are here with me from the past 3 hours and waiting. So now look, the previous 5-minute candle just closed like a delicate candle over here. So I think I should be what I can do is, I think if this current 5-minute candle, let's just see 30-minute candle first. Okay, 15-minute. Alright, so if this current 5-minute candle comes to my entry point again, I'm gonna close everything. At that point. Because at that point maybe it can just come down to my entry point and break this low and starts to go down. That can be also the case. So if that's the case, which I'm not expecting by looking at the previous movements, I'm really expecting price to break this high and move up. Okay, it's going up. So once it breaks that high, I'm gonna put my risk back. But the thing is, 4 minutes left for 30-minute candle to close. So confusion is there. If this candle breaks the high, then that means 15-minute candle breaks the previous candle high. 3 minutes left here. Maybe in the 3 minutes we will be getting a push to the upside. So Yeah. Oh, it just went a little bit up and came all the way down. 7.2 pips right now. It's rejecting this area. In the last 2 minutes, I don't think adding positions will be a good idea. But I really think that this will be going up now. But the last 2 minutes, I cannot trust. So now I think that, yeah, at this point, I'll be taking my stops to break even. Yeah, that's a good idea, I think, because now I am not anticipating or expecting this candle or any other in the next candle to break below this low over here. I am expecting the next candle to respect this low and continue moving up. So I have just kept my stops at break even now. $45 40 seconds remaining for the candle to close. Let's see. So now at this point we have really nothing to lose, so we are safe. Let's just close these graphs over here. Look, Euro JPY just did the exact same thing we expected it to happen. It just went all the way up. This candle closed bullish. This was the trade here, 4 pips stop loss, and it just went above up 15 pips. So same thing I am expecting here to happen. Same thing. Okay, so previous candle closed bullish with the rejection wick. 30-minute candle closed strong bullish over here. Now this 30-minute candle can create a lower wick and break the high and continue moving up for 6 more pips. But let's see if we can hold this trade a much longer time, for a much longer time, because right now, let's just go here. Okay, so I think that GJ can go up to this level, 155.165. Let's change the TP. So I'm changing the TP over here. 155.150. Alright, so right now moving up 9 pips, 9.8, 10 pips. Guys, congratulations, we just got our 10 pips here. So if you want to close, you can close. I'll wait for the price to move up. 12 pips here, because now I think it should be moving up. So this wick here should be filled with this candle. I think let's just close because the volume may be dying soon, so Okay guys, I have just closed everything and booked the profit, because I just saw the time, it's 7 p.m. here, and this is NYSC open, but still I don't trust the Monday. So yeah, finally we got our trade, we got our profits. So let's just write it down. GBPJPY buys plus 12 pips. So I hope if anyone of you just took this trade, congratulations and enjoy the day. Okay guys, so take care. I'll take a leave now. It's been 3 hours. We waited for 3 hours for this trade to happen, and really appreciate your patience, and thank you for being online with me. So really appreciate that, really. Thank you so much. So take care. Let's meet tomorrow.